Hey, what's up guys, Marty Floor Truck My Sport here, and this year is going to be my 100 subscriber special video. And for this one I'm going to be showing you guys my theme park. I call it Marty's Fun Park, just because I never really show this park off. Multiple rides have no entrance. That's okay. I'm gonna fix. I gotta probably have to fix that. Right. Let's just start walking in here. So here's the front gates. Yeah, let's speed up. There you go. So they're underneath my roller coaster. Looks like nothing's coming down the track. But... oh, here it comes. Alright, so here's the entrance to my park. Clock, everything, the wall that people just walk right through because, yeah. Here's the gates. And then it's just kind of neat, the track goes right through the roof. It does, I believe the supports right here, it's kind of, whatever. Oh, that's right, also I added these support beams onto right here and right here. For the longest time I didn't have those, so it was just like free suspended without these. Yeah, but this is actually my first ever roller coaster I built. So, anyways, here we go. Here's the front main entrance right here. So that's the name of one of my recent rides, the Mort Machine. It's down that way, so that's why I got that, just promoting it. You got these little kiosks. Phoenix is the name of that roller coaster. So I guess I'll just start off with that. This way, we'll take the fast pass because, yeah, like a boss. Yeah, I'll watch the train go through the corkscrew. Ah. It's going through that way too slow. I don't know what's wrong. Something it's not supposed to be going that slow though. It might just be laggy. Or there could actually be a problem with the brakes up here. Let me watch to see if the car stops though. The train stops. Yeah, okay, that's the problem. So I don't know why, but it's not supposed to stop right there, because then it goes through this like ridiculously slow. It just kind of creeps right through it, see? You just make a quick adjustment of that, I guess. I'll close it and then get out of this. Alright, good, now nothing bad for anymore. Alright, let me fix this. There we go. Alright. So just lower it back again. That should fix it, hopefully. Alright, now we'll write it. Let's do it. Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I ever showed this roller coaster off at all. Yeah, this is my first roller coaster though. Why it's not going? Oh, oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh. All right. Notice there are lights on the railings. Custom supports there that I downloaded. Like that, you can see the other train going underneath you. Yeah, it is being a little laggy. I think it's mostly just from the recorder though, screen recorder. Yes, that's how it's supposed to go. It goes through this nice and quickly. It's supposed to be smoothly, but whatever. And yeah, that's the whole ride. It's like a Barrett basic aero looping coaster. Alright. Let me open it. Well, whatever. So I'll just get into a far out view. I wasn't really planning on walking around the whole park. So, yes, I started that. This right here is just kind of like a building that I put in here full of just shops, just nothing too fancy. I just put that in there. Why not? Right here, a little scrambler ride. And then right here you're entering into Fantasyland. Right here's the kid zone, little kid area, kind of fantasy themed one. Loves this. Yeah, this is called Entry Plaza, same with this main area. So right here, just like this is a bathroom, there's just shops and stuff like that, and then hidden back here is a work facility or whatever, so it's staff only. And here, this right here is castle. This is called Devastating Dungeon. I don't remember naming it. Well, I do, but I didn't remember. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, you come into here. It's really nothing too special at all, but I just really like it. I was gonna put something nice into it, but then I kind of stopped, so it's just balls. Oh, what button is that? T? Yeah, there you go. T. Okay, and then that's about it. And they kind of slow down. You know, I'm not gonna ride this one. But yeah, and let me know if you guys want me to ride any of these rides other than the roller coasters I'm gonna ride for you. Over here is probably my biggest roller coaster that brings in the most guests, other than the Aero one. This is called Dragon Flight. This is my B&M wing coaster, launched wing coaster, and ooh, wow, it's really, I could probably, dang, it's really going back now. It's, where is it even going to? I mean, I originally had it to where just these turnstiles, or turn gates, whatever you want to call them. Just these right here was like, the back and forth parts, and then I went up and went right up here. But then I actually changed it to add in all these turn gates. Wow, and then the orange one, the priority pass, flash pass, whatever, is actually all the way out here. So yeah, that's that. This is Dragonflight though. This one here's, I like this one here a lot. I put a lot of work into it. Don't have to loot. That would have been really sad. Alright, let me switch cameras. Oh wait, right here. Yep, train 2. Alright. No, I'll just ride on this swing, it doesn't really matter. Alright, unpause. Let me speed it up a little bit, just so, oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's been a little laggy, but it'll work. You can see here with like the the slanted track, whatever, and all that, whatever you call it, little slanted track thing. And just the way I work everything out, I was a lot more, I don't know how you'd call it, a lot more advanced in roller coaster building, I guess. I was, for science, like realism wise, I was learning a lot more by the time I built this roller coaster. I mean, it ain't too long, but it ain't that short actually. It's pretty good size, I think. And like stuff like this right here took me just there's so many rocks here, and I mean a lot of them are just underground because I did like a copy and paste type thing. But I think it looks really cool. And when you're on it, I mean, it looks like you're just about to hit it. I mean, here we'll watch when the train comes past just how close it gets. It's gonna take a second though. Oh no, it won't. Never mind. I guess that was kind of a bad angle. But yeah, you get the idea. And then right here is where I added in my nice pyrotechnics, where you go flying through the through the gate right here. Let me go on this side. I was gonna have like a door open up, but they didn't really have any fitting the theme and everything, and it would just look kind of weird. So I just kept it an open track, kind of keep it more realistic. Technically, I could have just put a wall there. But yeah, I thought that putting the explosion like that made it look like you were flying through the building. And that was a nice little, just little touches like that I like. Right here I really love where it's kind of like a cliff right here. In fact, I'll go into that cam, select someone. Select my host. Enter. I can't see it all because the recording thing is right in there, so I might not have spelled it right. Enter. Yeah, it really sucks where that's at. It's like right in the way, I just cannot tell. Enter. Oh well. Never mind, I guess here I could just go like this right here and just get kind of down low. But yeah, I really like this feel right here where you get like right up in there. Get a real nice perspective, real nice feel. Yeah, let's get walking over here, I guess. Here's, I think it's called the mace. That's what I was steaming it off of, because I thought it looked like a swinging mace, so I think it's called like the mace or swinging mace. Yeah. Yeah, and I like this right here a lot. I thought, I was really predicting a lot more people to want to ride this. The line is definitely up a lot more than when I first put it in. But you see, I added all this stuff here that I don't really need, but who knows, maybe in the future people will like it more and want to come back to it. This is definitely my biggest area that I have so far, and probably my most proud also. Got my nice little like circle area, and then over here we got, I think this is that's an information kiosk, and then just like here's bathrooms and here's some restaurants in this building that I build up nice. I like it. ATMs and more bathrooms kind of hidden back there. And then again, here's this building. There's another little restroom right there that I just put in. Here's some restaurants. And basically how it is these doors, they don't open, obviously, so I guess just walk right through it. But as long as you don't notice that, it looks like they're opening up the door and coming in. And it's like a big restaurant, but I don't really know how to work restaurants all too well. I really hope that people aren't going to start sending me a bunch of messages on Discord now because I'm getting the notification. Anyway, now we come looping back here, more buildings like this. This right here used to be this over here, and then I had an octopus ride here. But I switched it around. I don't even know if I still have the octopus ride. But, yeah, I don't know. But then over here, I thought this right here was really cool themed type building. It's kind of, got that mystic feel, or magical feel to it. I thought it felt really well with the fantasy land. And it actually keeps the exact same supports for, like, everything. Like, I like those are custom supports right there, and the path and everything is all, it's actually all goes along with the original ride there, and I thought that was kind of fun just because I get kind of geeky over that type of stuff. But yeah, so I decorated this like a nice little swamp type area, and it's got, some little water there, and plenty of swamp plants, and this big tree. I think I put a lot of effort into that. That's another reason why it's laggy. There's so much little details I really love putting in, like surrounding the rides with flowers and all that stuff. And then this cool little fence here, at least I think it's cool. That comes along, and then blocked off by bushes on this side, and more bushes on this side. That's kind of how I split it all up. It goes into the ground. And I'll just show this off right now since I'm talking about it. This river, actually, I have tubes that make it look like it runs directly underneath the path. Oh, that's just garbage, okay. And then, yep, so then I got this river here over by the other ride, which originally wasn't there before, so that's why the supports go into the water, but I mean, it probably would have anyway, doesn't matter. And then it goes into this little tiny little pond right here. Again, I think this looks really nice, you know, and it's got the nice grass, all this different plant life around it, and it looks a lot better than just having plain stuff, you know. It's like little details. I like that a lot. I really enjoy adding that in. We'll go back over the last little structure, other than like plants and stuff that I put in. Is going to be this little building right here that I built that has no purpose. You can't go in it. Well, I mean, you can technically go into right there, but there's nothing in here. And it has no windows, nothing like that. I mean, it has some, I guess, so that's kind of a lie, but, you know, it's got the big holes in it. And basically what this right here was is I put this little thing right here, which I think is like a monument or something. I can't see the name, so my recording thing's in the way, but basically what it does is it gets people to stop and look at this. And kind of what I was going for was that this here was kind of like an original cabin that was here back before the theme park was. And maybe this here could have been like a path that people took, or, you know, that was just kind of my idea, just so that it's kind of like that this theme park is built over an old town, or at least just this one building out in the woods. Because I really like that idea, and I don't know, it looks cool. Right here is going to be my next roller coaster. This is my kiddie coaster. I think it's called Dragon Flight. Boom. And, very long track. So I don't have any signs for it at all, but it's got a pretty small queue because not a lot of people go into it. It does have a priority pass. I think it goes through twice. So while I'm going, I'll just show off this stuff right here. I got like, or not. Alright, I'll show off my little garden that I put in, so I'm proud of that type of stuff. Alright, let me click on it. And then once it comes in, hopefully it's gonna stop. Gonna speed it up actually, I just figured I can do that. We might be waiting for two turns though, because it does go through twice. Just because I always thought that some kiddie coasters are way too small, especially for only going once. Alright, perfect. I know, this is the view, whatever. Oh, never mind, I thought it was going, I was just people. Yep, so you just gotta wait a little bit, it's alright. Here we go. It has I mean, the train can be shortened a lot, but I don't know, I just thought it's kind of funny having train that's like pretty much the exact same length as the lift hill, or, yeah, lift hill. Oh, it's froze a second. We go over here. Oh, turnstile. There's a train right there. That's kind of neat. Train down there. There's the drop, but of course you only really feel it in the middle of the track because, I mean, in the front of it, it's so long, and in the back of it, it's so long that you don't really feel it anywhere. But it's just for being fun. You go through this cool little tunnel here, and then you went through a building before also. Then you go through the last little turn. Oh wait, technically this is the last little turn. Pretty sharp turn too. And I should go through twice, but you don't have to watch it twice. I might have put it going through only once, we'll see. Yeah, it's going through twice. So yeah, it goes through twice. But you don't need to watch it twice. You get the idea. So, I guess I'll just go in order of how I built this, because I built this area last. So I'll move over here, my next area. This right here is called, so we're leaving, I don't have a name for it yet, I just realized. Or at least a sign. That's the fantasy land sign. But it's basically like a beach or, you know, tropical pine trees. I mean, not pine trees, what the heck. Palm trees. So right here is my boomerang ride that breaks down all the time, but I don't know, maybe it won't now. And I built this. It wasn't like a custom place-in one. I built this on my own, even though I mean it's pretty generic design, so it's not like I can really be too proud of it. But I mean I'll still film it. There actually are people in line for. A long time there hasn't been anybody in line. Here's my weird little path that goes up here, and we're just going to ignore the orange one because that looks bad. Pause it. Yep, and then it just goes all the way back, and the exit path is right here. Now I had to sink it, I actually sunk it into the ground because I thought that it looked cool like that. And I wasn't really planning on putting water, but I just realized I probably could, but no, I don't really want to. I just thought it looked neat being sunk into the ground like that, having a bridge to get on and off of it. Especially up here on this little hill right here, makes it look more unique. So I had it drop down a little bit over here. I was just putting in random little, you can see how there's like different levels and stuff. I don't know, I was just having fun, I guess. I did that. Like, well, this right here I didn't do. This here was in the game on its own. So that's why it has this little bridge. And I was thinking on this island over here, or not really an island, but yeah, I could do something over here. But I don't know. That's why I put a stop there. See the broken down? That would be a very unfortunate spot to get broken down at. I don't know what's up with it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So let me ride the roller coaster. I'll speed it up. Alright, so we're about to start. Maybe not. Let me speed it up again. There we go. Alright, back to normal time. There's your drop. There's your lag. Boom. So yeah, very, very basic boomerang coaster. You know, it's got the bat wing or whatever you call it, pretzel loop, and then vertical loop. Not bat wing. And you go through the whole thing backwards. You go back up, and the last little dip. So, it went over here. Here's like my two kiddie rides, my sort of little kiddie area over here. It's got the swings and little mini Ferris wheel. Did I mention? Yeah, I didn't, but yeah, I'll just show this here off. Here's like some old airplane type ride thing here. You spin around, do flips and everything. And then over here is a big Ferris wheel looking over the lake. That looks cool. And this is actually a restaurant. I don't know how it works, if it works at all, but yeah, that's what this building right here is. Over here is like the little beach area. I took out some of the torches. I put these tiki torches on every single block. It took quite a while, but it looks nice and I like it. I took out 3 right there, and just various spots, kind of like, because this is a beach, so that there's a way to get to the water, and then it's also not very deep right there, as it is everywhere else. Hang on, let me show you. You see it's real deep right here, but right here it's not that deep. It's sandy beach. And of course they don't go out here, but that's just what it looks like, so it's cool. More kiosks, you can buy stuff. Like this way they got a bathroom and then a train station, which I do kind of want to change this right here up if I can at all. I don't even know how I'm going to, but yeah. So yeah, right now basically the train goes, I mean it goes in a big loop, but there's nothing over on these ones, so it goes here. And it comes from right across the area, across the lake, all the way over to here. That's where you get on at, over in this area. So here's my flume ride. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember. Water, I don't know, I can't read it, but it's recording bars in the way, but you got to read it. Another nice little themed area, and I'll write it because I can't. I'll go to the other one. I'll probably fast forward through most of that just because it's really slow. Train going off in the background, as well as a nice view of the mountains all over the place, which is kind of funny because we're in like a, like tropical area, palm trees and stuff. So we're just gonna pretend that seasons don't happen. Man, it's taking quite some time. Are there people in here? Yeah, there are people. So, oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, I wasn't sped up all the way. Whatever. Nice little dip to start off, and then it's just a little boat ride. That's all you got for right here. Nice little theme stuff. I'm not really, a lot of these rides I'm not really done with, but because I just slowly add to them as time goes on, and then I get bored, then I build something else, and I go back. This right here was supposed to be kind of like an island, because, I mean, it kind of gives that effect that it's surrounded by the water, but, I don't know. And then I put sandal around it just so that it looks cool. So yeah, I'll speed this up a little bit. I'll speed it up faster. So we have more turns. That's all you got here, but like I said, I might add in, like, over here is pretty plain, so I might add in like a building or something, or I was thinking water cannons. I might add those in, because those are always cool, especially in the summer and everything. Anyway, then we come up to our lift hill here, so I'll fast forward this. This is where the fun begins. Well, sort of. Where the fun begins to begin. A little splash. Not much. So I'll fast forward this here too, because there's really nothing to see up here other than the fact that you're just really high above the ground. Right there you get to look at the drop that you're about to take. It's about making our way down. Back and forth. And then, right here. And this is kind of cool. And you got your nice big drop. You get to look kind of over the park too. That's why I have it facing this way. So, probably. Here's the drop. Holds you for a second, which is both cool and for safety reasons, like block breaking reasons. And here you go. Right down to the splashdown, and then you get everybody wet up on the walking across the walking across the path to leave. Because obviously you have to add in one of those. Those are like iconic, you need to have that. Yep, and then that's it. And then it comes back into the station. So, that was kind of a fun one to build. This one right here, I built it and then I left it completely blank, like without anything, for a very long time. And then a little bit later, I came on and added all this stuff to it, just because I wanted to build one of these. But I don't know. I get in multiple moods. I get in a building mode and then in a decorating mode. So that's kind of how it works. But here's a really nicely themed area. This is actually the first thing I added in to this area, way far away when before anything else was added. Added this little boat, pirate ship ride, pendulum, and I like this queue path. It's really, really, you're just covered in greens everywhere. All these leaves. I think it looks really nice, especially from a distance. Well, not that far away. From like here, it just looks. It's just cool. Not a lot of people ride it all. Actually, I've seen. This is actually like the first time I've ever seen people actually walking onto this. And of course, at the exact same time, there's a maintenance check, but whatever. We'll just let that go. All right. Then we're gonna make our way over to the most recent section of the park. In this area, which is, again, doesn't have a sign at all, but this is gonna be like the old town, the old time, like kind of classic ride section. So I'll probably have like old time cars and stuff over here too. It's not a very big section at all, actually. It's pretty skinny. I might be able to. I'll probably have to add this out to like over here. I don't know. So I was thinking. I don't know. We'll see. So here's kind of your change right here. So first of all, here's a nice bathroom that I added in. I really like the theme, not the theme, the scenery. That's themed bathrooms. And then kind of how it changes is just like this. You cross over the train tracks, and then that's where it changes. Not directly after it, but just about right after it. And this is the exit path for train tracks. And this was cool because I was actually able to make it so that the path would cross it. And I think it looks kind of cool because I made it go underground so it doesn't have, all those beams and everything going across like it would. So it doesn't look like, this going across it. It's this. And I think that, that really added a nice effect. I don't have any like railroad crossing beams. I don't know. I'm sure they have those. I'm guessing anyway. It just seems like something that they would have. I don't know if they work or anything. I could find some though. Otherwise, I could always make some that just don't function. But not like that would do anything anyway, because people will just walk right through the train or right through the bars. They don't really care. Anyway, you come over here. You're probably going to notice the roller coaster first, but technically the first thing here is this big barn that I built. Well, it kind of looks like a barn. And it's a Gulpian pizza pen. And then this way is a big little restroom, or big restroom, not big little, whatever. So yeah, and then it's all fenced in. I thought that looked kind of cool, having the fence around it, as well as and it has some ATM machines. And then I think I added in these beams right here just because I hated, or is that just a different path? Oh, that's just a different path type. I don't know, whatever. And again, because you can see I have the bushes and stuff, just because I don't like to leave anything really open, I like it to be like, so that you can't just wander, you're on the path, because like, if I left the whole thing like over here, first of all, it looks boring as ever, but I mean, it's, you could just run off and stuff. Obviously, it won't, but I like, realistically. Yeah, but then this just looks a lot nicer. So I got one of these rides. These are, kind of classic rides here. I don't know if you would call this one really, but yeah. I like the little motor on it too. It's kind of cool how it spins and stuff. You see the belt moving. I love the detail in this game. There's a lot of stuff going on. And that's from a DLC pack. I believe is also what this roller coaster is from. So let's use my roller coaster. It's called the Mort Machine. I gave up on the name. I just named it. And here's let me pause it just because I want to ride on this train. So here's the entrance right here. You go underneath all the tracks. Then you're kind of like in this sort of courtyard kind of feel, surrounded by the track. And you make your way up to the station. And what I like is that the station is it's like part of the track. When you zoom out here, you look at it, and it's like, I mean, you could just, if you got onto the roof, you could walk from the roof right onto the track, or vice versa. And it's kind of like the track really is part of the station. It's like kind of engulfed, it's all one and merged together in this really cool thing. So I like that a lot. And then I also added in all these little like banners and stuff. Like red, white, and blue banners that went well with it. It looks cool. And I don't know what that right there is, but decoration. Then I got the spike on top of it just because why not? I thought it was neat looking, and it's definitely unique. Let's ride my track here. This is, just like an old school wooden roller coaster. It's called the Mort Machine. I'll speed it up as usual. You see the Phoenix up ahead. Oh, there you go. This is a big lift hill. And here's the drop. The lag. We go past the building. It's really cool. I like that. It's also the brake, block brakes, mid course, whatever. Pretty sharp turn right there. Looks kind of cool, and that just kind of glides right in. I love doing that. And that's that. So that's about everything, I believe. Maybe I can get like a nice outlook. And I mean, yeah, that's all of them. I got how many roller coasters? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 roller coasters. That's I mean, that's pretty good for the size of the park, and I don't know. I really like this a lot. I think it looks really nice. This castle could probably use something more to it. It's just kind of there, blocky thing. This castle I like. This one looks nice to me. I like the little window right here too, which is neat because I mean, people can sit up here because if the ride's obviously if the ride's too intense, then they can get a break. But also, I just like the idea. I mean, it looks so cool looking out from up here. You're way up here. You get a sense of view. You can spit down on the people down below about to enter. Whatever you want to do. And here's inside of here. This is out of all the stations. This is probably the most themed one. This one, we got these knights and everything. The animatronics too. They move. This guy right here will actually chop his big axe down. See. Well, not really chop, but whatever. And they got these cool torches. I think look awesome. The dragons, obviously, this is themed to a dragon. And then right here would be my kitchen, my bucket, whatever you. Maybe if you're a little too dizzy after the ride, you end up tumbling off the edge rather than falling all the way down. That wouldn't be good. So I got this bucket. And you see stuff like this in real life too, and it's just safety stuff that it's just like just detailed stuff. Like obviously it doesn't actually do anything to help you, but whatever. Okay. Here's the track itself. Neat looking. I think the other track is I mean the other train. This is the launch train. There's another train. And I think the other train is themed more to like a bird, which would have been much better for Dragon, but I wanted the launch one, so I went with this, and it's like a sacrifice type deal, but whatever. You wouldn't even know if I told you, unless you played the game. Right here it has this, and I didn't put off a fall-off bucket because I didn't think it'd be as necessary since it had this. And I like this right here too, rather than putting, something big there, I thought this was kind of just funny. I put just like some little, one of these kind of temporary ones with the like elastic band, not elastic, but I don't know what material it's made out of, seatbelt material. A band that comes across and clicks it. That's what it looked like to me. So I headed those in. And I thought that was kind of funny because it was like, oh, that's real safe right there. But I thought it was just kind of like something that you would see in real life, just rather than fixing it permanently, just put it. You know what? Let's just put that there so there's something. You go out. You'll walk all the way out here to the very end, although I wouldn't do it because when the next train comes in, that wouldn't be very good for you. That's kind of a cool view with that inline twist. Here, I'll speed it up so we get to watch it come through. Now I'll show you also the pyrotechnics that I added, other than this explosion right here. Over here I also added something. Something you're not going to really notice when you're on the ride, but walking past you'll notice it, and that's kind of what this right here was for, because it looked cool to me. So I'll speed it up until it gets through here. Then this little twist right here, I could probably smooth it out more, but I don't, whatever. It works, and I like it. It's fine enough. Yeah, for this turn right here, kind of goes down and see the flames actually run through with it. I think it looked really cool. But There you go. Okay, yep. That's my park. Let me know what you guys think of it. Well, I'll show you a trick or a secret also. Got about under the water right here. There she is. I mean, it's pirate themed, so it's got to be hidden treasure under the water. So yeah, that's what we got. Golden treasure chest. Anyway, yeah, that's my theme park. That's Marty's Fun Land. And thank you guys so much for watching. And also, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. That's like a really, really cool thing. And it means a real lot to have all that too, because I mean, I really like making these YouTube videos, and it's you know, it just feels good having 100 subscribers. Actually, way past 100 now. It's like 112. But it's been kind of like, I don't know. I've been thinking of what to do, and there's been so much stuff happening. So I was like, oh, it's got to be roller coaster, something roller coaster. I mean, you know. So yeah, that's what I got. I gotta add in more drink places. I don't know if any notifications popped up. I wasn't paying attention, but there's a lot of notifications for drinks. Many guests are thirsty. Many guests are trying to use. Yeah, I gotta add more of those. So yeah, it's lagging. There you go. Okay, well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You know, like and subscribe, all that stuff. And let me know in the comments section what you guys want to see in the next video. And yeah, goodbye.
Sharkman Expo! Sharkman Expo! Sharkman Expo! Sharkman Expo! Sharkman Expo! Sharkman Expo!